Hey y'all, so I am going to be going over what I do to trust the process as a digital creator that cannot draw and has to take other people's artwork and make it my own. So anyways, yeah, I took this picture of Miss Honey and I cartoonified her because obviously her human face is not going to fit on this cartoon body. Now, I tried the same concept in the past with the same exact picture and ended up completing the photo, but honestly, I hated it because her face was like just unproportioned size to the body, and her face was a human face, but the rest of the body was like a cartoon body, and it was just like throwing me off. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm cartoonifying, but I'm only gonna humanize the eyes and the lips because it's the main features that stand out, and most of the time when you cartoonify, it just looks like fucking weird. So I just like to leave some human aspects to make it like really pop and stand out. But as you can see, like, this is just like literally a journey of me trusting the process. I've tried multiple different methods to try to like fit the head onto the body to make it look correct and actually like not terrifying, because there was points where I was like, oh my god, this looks like shit. Like, what am I supposed to do right now? This looks awful. Like, you really do go through this like creative phase when you're a creator and be like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Okay, we're getting somewhere. No, this is fucking awful. Oh no, actually, this is actually turning out really good. So this is literally that process. And all I can say is you got to stick around for the end result because it will blow your mind. Like, it's the details for me. It really is. And this might be dangerous because I'm literally doing this voiceover while I'm driving on 12th Street. So probably not the best idea. But as you can see here, I'm just trying to fit the face onto the body. And it's just not working. Like, it just wasn't working for me because Cheyenne takes like really awkward angled pictures and never has a picture of her face just fully facing the camera. So I really had to like maneuver my way around to try to finesse and fit this picture. And I tried to do like 2 different pictures to really try to like fit it in and mix it in. And you can see I'm just going back and forth to her like Instagram page trying to find something. But like, this was no hope. This was honestly just a waste of my time. It was part of the process though, so I left it in the video. I tried to like put her face under like the other face that I wanted to use to match the skin tone of the girl because of course Cheyenne is paler than the cartoon. Why wouldn't she be? I mean, that's just her life. She's always been a pissed bitch. But anyways, yeah, so as you can see here, I'm trying to like match up the head to like the towel because the towel already has hair sticking out and she has black hair. So I was like, okay, just keep the hair. I really try to keep like some things to make it like look fuller. But as you could tell, I was just struggling. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. So just watch as I'm like struggling to fit this face in. And I'm like, this is not working. And by the way, this is all done with my fingers on an iPhone 13. Yeah, bitch, upgraded. But I did buy a laptop, by the way. But honestly, I just use it for work more than I use it for editing, which is fine because I rather use a phone and touch, actually. Like, if I were to buy something else to edit with, it would definitely be like an iPad instead of like a laptop. I feel like laptops are more for like videos. But anyways, yeah. So as you can see here, I'm still trying to fit her fucking awkward ass positioned face onto this character because the character's face is like turned the same way her head is, but her eyes are like still facing forward. So it creates this like awkward position and it's just like, it looks weird. Like, it just looks unproportioned. And it was like really irritating my soul. So I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to use the original face that I picked out in the first place because it's the only face that one is kind of similar to the cartoon's face already. So as you can see right here, I'm just like going back and forth, being indecisive of what I wanted to do. But for me, as an artist, detail is fucking everything. Like, it's not perfect, I know, obviously, but detail for me is perfect. Like, is everything, excuse me. It's just everything. Like, I have to have it completely perfect and just spot on for me to be satisfied to move on for the rest of the body and the rest of the edit. So like I said, I like to keep the human features, which is the eyes and the lips. And Cheyenne has really nice lips, so I wanted to keep that because if you cartoonify it, it just looks like Scooby-Doo. And you'll see later in the video, you'll be like, yo, what the hell? It looked a little scary there for a second. Like, I wanted to give up, and I was like, no, like, I need to do a voiceover. It's been a minute since I've done one, or I don't think I've ever done one. So this is literally a full process of me going through the waves of the edits and the struggles I go through when I'm doing the edits, because as you can see, like, I really strive to get every single little detail, because I'd be damned if somebody zooms into my pictures and be like, oh, well, this bitch didn't color this all the way in, or this looks really, like, messy. Like, no, I try to get as, like, perfect as I can. As you can see, like, I'm just finagling with the face, and I was just really trying to get this face on there, but, like, because of her awkward angled pose, like, it just was making her face look really, like, long. It was giving very much giraffe. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do good sis like that yet. Like, I'm gonna try to keep her beautiful, but for right now, I'm just, like, finagling with it. That's usually what happens a lot of the time. Like, I will have to, like, switch the picture. I will have to just play around with it. And that's really why I love editing so much, is, like, I can really just play around with this until, like, I feel comfortable enough to move on. And honestly, as long as the face looks good, I don't really care. Like, it's just the face for me. That's all it has been. So as you see here, I am using my favorite tool, which is the remove tool, to try to blend in her skin. And like I mentioned, this is not like the final picture. You see, I went back to her Instagram and was lurking and was looking for pictures of her face that were, like, spot on, but I couldn't find anything. So, I just went back and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to use the original photo that I picked in the first place because it's the best fitting for the head. And I realized, like, hey, actually, it's not that bad. I just have to, like, re-angle it and make it work and fit into the towel better. As you can see, like, it actually is coming along way better, especially because I aligned the head with the towel. And her head is fucking huge. Cheyenne's head is huge. So I had to erase a lot of her forehead to, like, fit into the towel because it was just not working. And just watch me struggle for a little bit because I was struggling. I was really struggling. It's the eyes for me. Like, it was looking so weird. I was like, oh my gosh, trust the process, y'all. Trust the process. So as you can see, like, I'm just fitting in the head, trying to get every single last detail because I love the details. That's my favorite part of editing, is, like, getting the details. I know I mentioned that like 7 times already. But yeah, there's me trying to see if the hair would, like, fit, and it just looked stupid, so I erased it. And then here I am again, just removing things, trying to blend it in a little bit more so it doesn't look super choppy and doesn't look like I edited her head onto somebody else's body completely. So yeah, here I am changing her skin color and realizing that she's just a pasty bitch, and I'm just gonna have to, like, legit just edit the whole picture altogether because it was giving too dark and it wasn't matching Cheyenne's actual face color. So I was like, yeah, this is not working for me. And look at, I told y'all that shit looked scary. I was like, oh hell no. I was like, let me delete that shit. So next I'm putting the tattoos on Cheyenne. She has, like, an octopus tattoo, and I put it on that side of her leg because I'm pretty sure that's where it is. Don't quote me though. I don't really know. I just know that she has it on her body somewhere. So I made sure to put those details on there. And then I put her little sunflower tattoo as well with the skull. I think it has a skull in it. I don't remember. But yeah, I didn't really like the way that this skull looked. It just looked, like, very sketchy. So, like, actually sketchy. Like somebody drew it. And I was like, I don't want that. Like, I want it to look more realistic. So, of course, I went on the stickers and I found this, and then I erased the flowers around that and used that one instead. And I was like, fuck it, it's good enough for me. Let's move on. So then I moved on and I used her actual tattoos from her pictures to put on her body. Now, this part was literally finesse. Like, I finessed this. This is what makes me a true editor. This is what makes Kelly Kills with insane editing skills, because look at this, y'all. Watch this process. First of all, she didn't have a shoulder because her fingers were in the way, and that was a process in itself because I was trying to, like, get rid of the fingers but also keep the same, like, color as her skin. So you'll see me try to do different methods onto how to fix that. I was struggling there for a while. As you can see, I was like, what the fuck? Like, why can't this girl just take a normal damn picture with her head facing the camera and not tilted and awkward angles? Because, I don't know, Cheyenne just loves her awkward angles, and it makes my editing job way more harder. But anyways, yeah, there I am just blending in using my favorite tool, which is the remove tool, and I'm trying to blend it into her skin more. You see, I tried to steal this girl's shoulder and put it back on, but then it just looked really weird. I tried to, like, blend it in, but it looked awful. I was like, this looks terrible. So this is, like, where I lost a little bit of faith again. I was like, this is terrible. Like, what am I doing? Like, you could see that the face is still, like, not it, but clearly I'm just like, let me focus on this, hyper focus, hashtag ADHD. But yeah, so I'm just like really killing the game right now. Like, this is where I was like, okay, the creative juices are starting to flow, because I'm getting this idea that, I can just blend in the tattoos, and it's okay if they're a little bit darker than her actual skin, because tattoos kind of do that to you anyways. So then I found this tattoo just to like close that gap. It was like an awkward gap from like having to erase most of the tattoo, and there we go, boom. I blended it in more so it would stick into her skin, and really made it look like it was a part of her skin and not just like placed on there, even though it is a little bit darker, but that's fine. And then here I am searching up some reptilians to put on the dudes in the background. I use this little froggy right here because its eyes were like kind of creepy, so I was like, yes, this is giving the vibes I want it to. And yeah, that's just me like kind of finagling with the background to try to change it a little bit more. And yeah, killing the game. Kind of the same process, trying to blend it in, trying to make it look like not ridiculous, which it kind of did, but I didn't care. I was like, fuck it, I just cared about the face more than anything. And honestly, just doing this video and showing you guys how I literally have to trust the process, like, this is literally an example. So there I am again, removing the half of the toad's face. And yeah, I'm gonna get a background going on to change it a little bit. I like the Matrix vibe. It was really cool. Of course, I had to erase some of it off of her and make it really like stand out, but not too much. I didn't know what color to go with. And yes, just keep watching, guys, because it's really almost there. And honestly, you'll be surprised at the end result. So Shy Honey versus the world. And yes, how to put that bitch in orbit. I think that's the name of the text. I don't know. And yeah, there we go. Space it out. Add some shadow. Now my favorite part is coming up, where I add the filters to actually make it look like one part of the picture. Now this is my favorite part, just because it actually does give that glow and that look that this is all of a picture that I never stole from anybody else and made it my own. So yeah, there we go. There's the before and after. I had to get rid of this watermark and add my own, because yeah, you already know OTWX